Yo, what's going on guys, this is Fox19 here, welcome back to a brand new video and another episode of my F1 2021 Road to Mercedes. We're here for the British Grand Prix, driving in the Aston Martin. If you end up enjoying today's video, feel free to drop it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here as well, and let's get straight into the episode. But before we delve deep into the laptop, we're going to delve deep into our objectives and see how we're doing so far for Aston Martin. So as you can see on your screens right now, in terms of the short-term objectives, we need to, in order to get a seat at Mercedes, get a Grand Slam win. Now, if you don't know what a Grand Slam win is, basically it is as simple. You get pole position, you get the fastest lap, you lead every single lap, and you win. That's a Grand Slam. Very difficult to achieve so far, but you never know what can happen. Lead the qualifying battle versus Stroll. We're currently 6-2 up against Stroll. Get back-to-back race wins. This is also another tricky objective, which isn't quite going in my favour at the moment. We're not quite there yet. Achieve a 1-2 finish. That's also going to be a really difficult task. We need to be long clear of the grid in order to get that, especially with Stroll in our side. Long-term objectives now. Beat Stroll in the qualifying head-to-head, 6-2 up. Get into Q3 12 times. We've currently done that 7 out of 12 times. Take pole position 7 times. We've done that on 3 occasions. Finish third in the Constructors' Championship. We're actually in a fight with Mercedes for the Constructors' title, so that one is also in good hands. And then win 7 races. We've won 3 out of 7. So, let's get into it then, into the laptop now. And we have a retirement announcement, a very early one actually. Surprised this came through this early, but as you may have heard, Fernando Alonso is going to be retiring from the sport at the end of the season. So yeah, pretty shocking one actually, that that's come through so quickly. But here at Silverstone, this is probably one of the AI's strongest tracks, and it's one that I'm not really looking forward to as much, but we're going to give it our best shot and try and see what we can do. We've got a lot of upgrades on the way, and looking at the R&D progress history, we are neck and neck with Mercedes. Ferrari continue to make upgrades and are really shooting towards us now. We've got Red Bull just a little bit ahead, Alpine starting to make some progress. McLaren have not upgraded at all this season. And I'm going to put this in a poll. Now, by the time this video goes out, there may have already been a community post. This Road to Mercedes series is fun. I do enjoy it a lot. I never planned on going to McLaren during the Road to Mercedes series, but of course McLaren have got Mercedes power units. I might consider doing an extra season where I go to McLaren. Now these objectives I've got are going to stay the same either way, but these objectives would be to get into the McLaren seat. Now of course McLaren is worse at the moment than Aston Martin and Mercedes, but we would just have to upgrade the McLaren car. By the time the poll comes out, hopefully you guys can go ahead and vote on that. If you haven't already done so, be sure to go and vote on it. If I put out a poll, I don't know yet. Still thinking about it. If I do, I'm probably going to reduce the amount of races that I do in a season. Otherwise, it's just going to get too long-winded for me. But it would at least keep a longevity series longer. Anyway, here's the Drivers' Championship as well. We're currently 45 points clear of Lewis Hamilton. That's going to drop in today's episode. We also need to not make the same mistake as we did in the last episode and quickly change all these PU components to PU number 2 in order to have a fresh power unit for this race. So with that being said and done, let's just get straight into qualifying and see where we match up. That is not an impressive first lap. We're going to go again. We're not going to go for it again, because we're going to crash out by the looks of it in a minute. Bloody hell, that was close. That's not an impressive first lap from us at all. We really are struggling for pace. Well, there we go then. That is it for Q1. We do get out of the first part of qualifying, which is encouraging. But what's not encouraging is the pace. It just doesn't feel like it's there. I have knocked the wing levels down a little bit. Actually, we've actually out-qualified Stroll in that first part of Q1. That's quite encouraging, I think. Very much so. How far are we away from getting knocked out? So I was actually in P16, so I did need to get that lap in. Otherwise, I was going to be out in Q1. So it's okay. It's okay. It's going to be hard, though, to get into Q3. But we'll obviously give it our best shot. There we go then. Across the start-finish line. That was actually really close. I don't even know if I made it through into Q3 or not. Oh, we did. P9, let's go. We managed to get through into Q3. That's a big result, actually, because I was actually down on Gasly in the middle sector. Found it all in the last... Where's Stroll? Don't tell me he's been knocked out in Q2. He's had a problem. He's had an issue with his car. He's had a car issue, and he starts 15th. That's actually really annoying. But what's not annoying is getting through into Q3 for us, mind, because we were 7/1000ths of a second down on, I believe it was Gasly at the time, to get through into Q3. So crucially, we found a good 2/10 in the final sector. That's actually quite important for us because it shows that, let's compare myself to Mercedes and Bottas. We might as well, just to see, because Q3 they're going to ramp it up even more. So we did a 26.6 in the first sector. We did a 26.4. So we found 2/10 in the first sector. It's going to be this middle sector now, watch. A 33.9. We did a 34.6. We lost 7/10 in the middle sector. Bloody hell. And then he sets a 22.6. And then we set a 22.6 as well. So we're actually faster than the AIs in Sector 1, matching in Sector 3. I am 7/10 a lap slower in Sector 2, and that is literally because the AIs are so badly unbalanced with high-speed cornering on this game. Otherwise, we'd be right up there. Whoops-a-daisy. Unexpected place to crash. Well, there we go then. That is qualifying over with, and it looks like it's going to be P8 on the grid for the British Grand Prix. I'm kind of pleased with that actually, considering. Well, here we go then. So Bottas and Hamilton, they're just in a completely different league. I was never getting towards them. Ricciardo and Norris then 3rd and 4th. I'm actually a little bit gutted here because we've just missed out by 3/100ths of a second, less than that, to claim in 6th on the grid, which, you know, fine margins, but good pace.
How will not making Q3 affect your strategy tomorrow?
I made it into Q3, you dumb bitch. You're not watching? Okay, now. You're a clapped woman.
Do you think this team are performing as well as they could do?
I'd like to see them perform more better.
Well, thanks anyway.
Well, thanks for giving me a shit question. Right, so we're here then for the start of the British Grand Prix. I'm not really going to go through the grid sequences anymore now. Because it saves time, because, I mean, I'm getting through to Q3. If I don't make it through to Q3, I'll show the whole grid sequence so you can see how it's like, but considering when I get through into Q3, I'm literally showing you the top 10, I'm showing you who got knocked out in Q. You know where everybody's starting. However, I think there's a few penalties, so we're going to go and quickly have a nose. So, we have got Lewis Hamilton starting further down the order, Perez is down the order. We actually have gained 2 places here. No, it's not Perez, it's one of the Ferraris. There it is, it's Charles Leclerc. So Hamilton and Leclerc have taken penalties, which means we are promoted up into 6th place. That means we could have started 4th if we didn't have the problem. Nonetheless, though, it's going to be a medium to soft to medium. So let's get this race underway then and hope we can pretty much maintain position. That's what we're going to aim for. My starts, quite frankly, are just genius at best. What a start that is. Up into 3rd already. And I'm going to go for the Honey Badger here. I've made contact with him. I'm sorry. I had to... It was very much my own fault there. I had to avoid not hitting Bottas. We're alright though. I'll just use a bit of DRS here to stay ahead. This is going to be a defensive game now. Bottas is going to win this race. We, on the other hand, will be defending for our lives. So, let's get on with it. And try and just settle ourselves in, really. This is not going to be an easy race. I think I've given Ricciardo front wing damage. It wouldn't surprise me. And I do apologise for it. But that's just, yeah. I might as well have front wing damage, because that's the stuff that can happen. I haven't caught up with you guys in a while. Short and short, I'm just blasting my ERS right now. Just holding on to the DRS of Norris right now. They're so much quicker than me in the middle sector, as I'd expect, but I'm just able to just basically use all of my energy to keep up with them. I'm just pushing so hard, but as soon as they're going to close up on me, so full concentration.
Some information on Norris. They have some kind of mechanical problem.
That's just put a twist in the tail.
We're approaching the pit
so
window.
Norris has a car problem.
Mediums.
Oh bloody hell, I can see it. Well, this has changed things because I've been using Norris as my little DRS buddy. I can't anymore. I'm gonna have to pass him. Right, well, sorry Lando, I was using you. Can't anymore.
3 seconds is the gap between you and the next car.
That was
3
a
seconds.
messy overtake there, but hopefully he can try and hold up the rest now. But it's going to be all on me as we pull away. Right, here we go then. It is pit stop time. I have a very strange suspicion that Ocon and Gasly are going to hold me up in the pits here, and I'm not looking forward to it. They'll hold up Bottas, mind, because by the time he puts on those hards, he's putting hards on. That's not the right call to make. Yeah, they're going to hold me up. Oh, for God's sake. No. Oh, I didn't need that. I just didn't. I mean, I'm on the medium tyres, which is going to give me a tyre advantage, but please hurry up. Oh, this pit lane's so slow. Sainz is going for the last corner now. Please tell me we've got him. Please tell me we've got him.
Look after these
We've got
tyres
him.
now.
We're ahead.
We wanna finish the race on this compound.
That's perfect. Oops. I didn't realise you cut onto the track so quickly. Never mind. Right, well. We are going to have to defend for a few laps, but we've got fresh mediums here. I wonder if we've got the pace to try and catch, but let's just not think about that, actually. That's not happening.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Right, well, here we go then. Last chicane. I think Bottas is going to take fastest lap. Yeah, he trumps mine by half a second. But I can't believe we've just done this. P2 at the British Grand Prix. Bloody
Great
hell,
work.
what a race.
Well done.
What a race.
Really happy with the podium
I
there.
genuinely have no idea how we've just done that, but, well, we have. Right, so here we are then at the full race results. Bottas wins from pole and takes the fastest lap to go with it. We finish in second place. I genuinely cannot believe that I've managed to finish in second in this race. It's up there as my weakest circuit, and it's because the pace of the AIs in the middle sector. It's not because I'm bad around this circuit. It's just because the AIs are so badly balanced, but honestly, that first stint was saved by Lando Norris just giving me the slipstream, giving me the DRS, and I was pushing really hard to keep up with him, but we were doing it nonetheless. And then in the final stint then, I mean, there was only like 4 or 5 laps to go. I mean, Sainz did catch me in the end, but crucially, what was actually interesting is I changed my setup for this weekend, and I saw it automatically making sense because every single time we got onto the Panga Straight or the Wellington Straight, that gap between me and Sainz just grew by about a tenth or two. I crucially set the car up to have a little less downforce because it wouldn't have made a difference how much downforce I had because I wouldn't be able to match the AIs. I gave myself more top end speed. And it worked. As you can see then, Sainz finishes third ahead of Verstappen, Tsunoda in fifth, Ocon, Hamilton, Gasly, Sergio Perez, and Stroll at least fights back to take a point. Looking at all of the standings then, Bottas now ties with Lewis Hamilton, but crucially, we now have a 57-point lead at the top of the championship as we continue to grow ever stronger. Verstappen goes in front of Leclerc for fourth in the championship. Lando Norris 2 points clear of Ricciardo and Ocon, Alonso, same amount of points with Tsunoda going in front of Gasly. Stroll on 32 points only in the second fastest car. Mate, you gotta pick it up. Obviously, I'm not in my team, otherwise I'd sack you by now. Sainz gets in front of Ocon with his podium. In the Constructors' Championship, it's not getting any better though. I need Stroll to score points. Mercedes pull away. It's now 20 points between the two of us. Red Bull jump in front of McLaren there on that front. But let's get into the laptop now and try and start pushing some upgrades on this car where we can, because at the moment we really can't do anything because of facility limitations.
The fans really seem to enjoy that. You made it look easy. You gained a lot of positions during the race, didn't you?
Yeah, we did actually. We gained a few places, and that really was because of our straight line speed.
Do you have any comments about the collisions?
Yeah, your mum. Yeah, that really pissed you off, didn't it? I'll whip out a your mum joke if you're going to have me like that again, mate. Right, so we've just had an upgrade fail. That's not a good thing. I don't even know what it was. None of these facilities are upgrading. It doesn't help at all. I think it was on the chassis that failed. Yeah, it was the wheel rims that failed. Can we get them in time for the Hungarian Grand Prix? Yes, we can. So we're going to put those on and get those. We then had a upgrade to the rotors, which gives us the statures. They look like it just looks like a bunch of rope or some shotgun pellets on a belt. Nonetheless, though, see, look, I need this, but I can't get it. I don't have enough to do that one, otherwise I would. Oh, it's a major upgrade anyway, it wouldn't even arrive in time. Can we do the fuel efficiency one? Nah, it's all for the Belgian Grand Prix. That sucks. Chassis side of things, we're waiting on those. We can't do the roll dampers. Aero's fully maxed out. I can't do anything else. I can do, at some point, I could do the intercooler, but I don't know what upgrade I need to do to get that. It's probably going to be one of these. Might be the fuel flow regulator. I don't even have enough points for it. Right, let's move forwards then to the... We get a durability upgrade coming in for a bit of help, I guess. Heated wheel rims. We'll get the weekly resource
I know
points.
we were expecting some new developments to come
Yeah, they
through,
came through. Don't worry,
some of
babes.
them have failed
Babes,
quality
babes,
control.
babes. Don't worry. Don't
We
worry.
need to tell the team what to redevelop via the R&D screen.
Well, here's something interesting. Look, so the fabrication for the chassis is flashing, which means that we've just bought that facility. I need things to go into Spec 3, otherwise I can't actually do anything else to the car. But we'll have a look anyway at the R&D for the Le Chassis. Where is it? It is... It'll be somewhere. I'll find it. There we go. Right. So the chassis, then we got the wheel rims. Good. All I can do now is roll dampers for this side of things, which I have enough to do. Do I really need them, though? I would rather go for another ERS. Oh, bloody hell, that's going to be a challenge. That's going to get me some time for there. But then that unlocks the intercooler to give me more engine power. I'm going to take a punt here. I'm just going to rush it. I'm going to take an absolute punt. This might fully backfire on me, but it is what it is. But guys, that is going to be it for the end of this Grand Prix here at Silverstone. If you have enjoyed it, feel free to drop it a like, subscribe if you're new around here as well. And I'll see you guys for the next one. Take care all. Peace.